I decided to replace my standard Google Assistant with ChatGPT to see if a LLM-based model could actually handle my day-to-day tasks. The results were unexpected. For years, I've relied on traditional virtual assistants, but they often struggle with nuance. I wanted to see if integrating ChatGPT would finally give me the smart experience I've been waiting for. Standard assistants are great for alarms, but they lack depth. They struggle with context and often return simple search results instead of meaningful, reasoned answers. The decision to switch was simple. I wanted an assistant that could process my thoughts as a human would, rather than just acting as a command interpreter. Getting this running required some unconventional workarounds. Since ChatGPT isn't a native system assistant, I had to configure my phone's accessibility hooks to route my queries. By mapping the long press power button to trigger a shortcut that pipes my voice into the ChatGPT API, I effectively overrode the native assistant layer. Initially, the speed was concerning. It didn't have the instantaneous response of a local command processor, but the quality of the output felt remarkably more intelligent. Once I started using it for daily tasks, the difference in natural language processing became immediately apparent. It understood tone and intent. I tested it with abstract questions and complex context, and unlike the standard assistant, ChatGPT didn't just show me a web page, it had a conversation. It handled complex, multi-step requests with ease, showing the power of reasoning over simple command execution. It excels in providing summaries, drafting creative notes, and explaining complex topics on the fly, far outperforming standard virtual assistants. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were significant system-level integration hurdles that made the user experience feel clunky at times. Because it doesn't have system-level permissions, it cannot manage deep device settings or hardware configurations in the same way the native assistant can. There is also the matter of latency. Relying on cloud-based API calls for every response means connectivity issues result in a broken assistant experience. The biggest loss was smart home integration. Turning off my lights or adjusting the thermostat required a completely separate app process, defeating the purpose of a unified assistant. So is this the future? Not quite yet. While the reasoning capabilities are light years ahead, the loss of system integration is a significant trade-off. For most people, a total replacement isn't viable yet, but it gives us a clear look at where virtual assistants are heading in the very near future. The future of the digital assistant is clearly LLM-based, and once we bridge the gap between intelligence and system control, it will change everything.